Qualifying for the 250 class was a tense struggle, with the adventurous Italian Massimo Biaggi showing ever-increasing speed on the Aprilia. It was enough to claim pole position for this newcomer to top-level position of the season, even though he is slowed slightly by a group of back markers. Biaggi has been in the thick of the battle with Cadalora, Reggiani and Killy in recent weeks after making a slow start.
But the Aprilia's lead, line astern down the straight they come. We ride with Biaggi. Behind him, Pier Francesco Killy and Loris Reggiani. We ride with the leader of this German Grand Prix, and just look at the suspension working overtime to keep that rear wheel on the ground for maximum traction. And they are fast, there is no doubt about that. But Killy coming up the inside. Has Killy got through? No, he hasn't. Biaggi now brakes hard for the right-hander. Killy again on the inside. They run a little bit wide towards the Sachs curve, the left-hander, the slowest part of the circuit. Killy closing all the time. His knee touching the ground as he negotiates the left-hander. There's a little left and right flick now. And then into the long right-hander, into the start and finish straight. We lead the race with Massimo Biaggi, the 20-year-old European champion. Really is going to be a very close run affair. We ride with Biaggi. And look at Reggiani in the slipstream, drafting him down the straight. As they come towards the chicane, he's surely going to pull out and try and outbrake him. He does up the outside, but Biaggi holds the advantage, hangs on to second place. Into the left-hander they go, and then they flick it right, and back to full power. And I'm sure Reggiani, he is right behind him again. Tremendous illustration of slipstreaming. And now Reggiani goes down the inside, tries down the outside, and Biaggi is back in the lead. No, he's not. Killy still leads. Biaggi in second place. Reggiani couldn't be closer in third. Killy leads. Biaggi in second place. Reggiani third. On the brakes now for the Sachs curve. Formation riding. Left knees go out absolutely together. Killy still leads. Oh, Biaggi gets a little front end twitch there of the Aprilia. That could cost him dear as they go into the right-hander towards the start and finish straight. They're coming in amongst the back markers, but Pier Francesco Killy now is surely going to do it. Pier Francesco Killy wins the German Grand Prix. A tremendous ride into second place by Massimo Biaggi.
In Friday's final qualifying, there was no doubt that the sensational 20-year-old Max Biaggi was man of the match, claiming his third successive pole position ahead of Keeley and Aprilia privateer Andy Prining. Despite his fast times, Biaggi was still to win a race and refused to talk about his prospects, claiming that he was superstitious. Biaggi had pole position by just 0.2 of a second over Keeley. In the 250 class, the flying Italian Max Biaggi needed no assistance to claim the provisional pole by 0.6 of a second. Biaggi surprised even himself, given that he was not happy with the rear shock absorber setting on the Telkor Aprilia.
Some all-Dutch conflict going on then. Oh, Biaggi's in trouble. Biaggi's in trouble. His hand goes up. He's out. What a disappointment for the 21-year-old Italian. He's out of the race.
This was Max Biaggi, the Italian youngster who has been the find of the 1992 championship season with the Telkor Aprilia team. Biaggi looked spectacular in the wet, but he was never happy with his chassis set up in final qualifying, and he was to drop to 9th on the grid. Aprilia machines have made a huge impact on the second half of the championship, as have the talents of the 20-year-old Biaggi. Teammate Biaggi improved by 0.3 to hold second, after finding a solution to his front suspension problems, which he put down to bumps on the Donington circuit.
Oh, and his teammate's gone. That's Biaggi. So Biaggi has crashed. Biaggi has crashed, I think, at the chicane. Yes. The bike runs on into the barrier. Thumps the tyre wall. Down it goes. Biaggi unhurt.
In the 250 class, brilliant young Italian Max Biaggi dominated qualifying, securing his fourth pole position of the season on the Telkor Aprilia, just faster than Loris Reggiani. Biaggi has just 2 rides on Aprilia left, having signed for Kanemoto Rothmans Honda for 1993.
A precious few seconds over Biaggi in second place. Cadalora seeking his 7th Grand Prix victory of the season, riding Irv Kanemoto's Rothmans Honda. Biaggi in second, Killy third, and 5th fastest, 21-year-old Italian Max Biaggi. Great battle this.
This is really the battle of the young pretender against the old master, and the young pretender leads it at the moment because he's got past Luca Cadalora. Max Biaggi leads the South African Grand Prix. At the front, Biaggi runs very wide on the last lap. Biaggi, this is the last lap, and he almost loses his great chance of winning his first Grand Prix. Biaggi, what a scare for the 21-year-old Italian, but he's on his last lap. Surely now, en route to his very first Grand Prix victory, well, we hope so. But that was very close indeed for Biaggi. Onto the dirt, right off the track, but he held on to the Aprilia. Now he's just got one bend to negotiate, and this is it. The left-hander into the start and finish straight. 21-year-old Italian Max Biaggi riding the Aprilia wins his first ever Grand Prix race, the final round of the championship. Tremendous ride by him. Well, celebration time with Biaggi and Loris Reggiani.
And this will be a day that Max Biaggi remembers for a long time. His final ride for Telkor Aprilia, and he's a winner before switching to Rothmans Honda for the 250 World Championship in 1993.